Today we will start with the fourth chapter from your textbook, which is Basic Geometric Ideas. Now the word geometry, which is an English word, comes from the Greek word geometron, okay, where your geo means earth and metron means measurement. So it is a measurement of earth. In other words, geometry means that. So in geometry, what we learn is we learn different types of shapes, okay, and you know that we come across many different types of shapes in our day-to-day life. So each of these things that you see can be categorized based on different geometric shapes, okay. So in this chapter we'll learn some of the geometric shapes and terms like points, line segment, then you have quadrilaterals, then you have triangles, okay, and different types of angles. So we will see some of these basic geometric ideas. So the first concept that we come across is points. Now if you want to imagine a point, you must have seen it like a dot, okay. So if I take this tip of a pencil, okay, a sharp tip of a pencil, or the tip of this compass, or it may be a pointed needle, you know that these tips which are there, they give us a dot, okay. Now these are called points, okay. So these points which are there, they will be, suppose this tip is sharp, then thinner will be the dot, okay. So if you take a pencil which is not sharp, then you will get a thicker point, correct. So these are different types or different situations where from where we get the idea of a point, okay. So a point, in other words, it determines a location of a place, okay. It is located at this point or some type of location it gives. Now how is a point denoted? Now a point is denoted by a single capital letter like A, B, C or P, Q, R, H, M. Any capital letter is used to denote a point. Now for example, take this. Now this is read as point A, okay. This is point A and this is point M. So this is all about points. Now let us see the next subtopic, which is line segment, okay. Now when I say about the line segment, now look at this figure here, okay. If you take a piece of paper and fold it and open it and you mark the line or the fold that you see, then you will get what is called as line segment. Now if you look carefully here, this line segment has one point here and the other point here, correct. So this line segment has what is called end points. So this is a line segment. So what is a line segment? A line segment is something which has two end points. Now this line segment is made up of many points, okay. So if you take infinitely many points in this order, then you will get a line segment and it has two end points also, okay. So this is a line segment. Now let us take, suppose say 2 points A and B. Now if I want to reach from A to B, then you can take many routes. So I can go like this from A to B, or I can go like this taking all these different curves, or I can go in this manner also. But you see that if you go straight from A to B, then you will be reaching faster to the point P, or this is the shortest distance you can take from point A to point P, okay. But this is nothing but your line segment, right? So the shortest route from A to B, including A and B, is the line segment. Now you might have come across many other examples also of a line segment. Suppose I take the edge of this book, okay. Now if I take this here, this has 2 points. It has a starting point here and the end point here, correct. So this has two end points. So this is a line segment. Edge of a box. If you take a stick, okay, even if you take a stick, it will have a starting point and an ending point, correct. So it is a line segment. Now how is a line segment denoted? A line segment is denoted by, you know, the 2 points are A, B, correct. So it is denoted by AB with a line on top like this. And suppose it can also be denoted as, suppose BA, then it can be written as BA with a horizontal line like this on top of AB or BA. This is how we denote a line segment. Now A and B are called the endpoints of the line segment. So how many endpoints does a line segment have? A line segment has 2 endpoints. Now let us take this example here. Now which are the 2 line segments you can see here? The 2 line segments are PQ, okay, and PR, right? Now PQ line segment, the 2 endpoints are P and Q, and for PR line segment the endpoints are P and R. So these are the line segments. The next subtopic is a line. Now let us take the line segment, okay. Suppose let us take the line segment AB. Suppose I extend this line segment from this point in this direction. Suppose I keep on taking it this side. Now if I want to show that it is extended, I put this arrow like this. So it is extended from this side, okay. Similarly, this line segment is extended in this direction also, and to show that it is extended indefinitely, I put an arrow here. Then the figure that I get here is called a line. So if you consider a line segment AB extended beyond A and beyond B in both the direction, then what you get is a line. So a line extends indefinitely in both the directions, and here also it is made up of countless number of points. A line is also made up of countless number of points. Now what is the difference between a line and a line segment? In a line segment you have 2 endpoints, whereas in a line, since it extends in both the directions, you don't know where it ends, right? So a line does not have endpoints. Now how is a line denoted? A line is denoted by, okay, it is denoted by AB and a line on top, and this line has arrows on both the sides. Okay, for line segment it was just a line without arrow, but for a line it has arrow on both the sides. Okay, so this is a line through A, points A and B. As I told you before, a line does not have endpoints. And how is a line denoted by? A line is denoted by small letters like L, M, N, or also L1, L2 and so on. So a line is denoted by small letters. Now how many points are required to draw a line? Suppose if you have 2 points, then I can find a line passing through those 2 points, correct? So if I have 2 points, I can find a unique line which passes through the 2 points. Okay. Now let us see the next subtopic, which is intersecting lines. Now suppose I have 2 lines, say L1 and L2, and suppose these 2 lines which are there, they meet at one point P, or they cross each other, or they pass through or meet at a common point P. Then if this happens, if the 2 lines they cross each other or meet at a common point, then it is said to be intersecting lines. Okay, then it is said that line L1 and L2 they intersect at point P. So if you have 2 lines, okay, if 2 lines have one common point, then they are called intersecting lines. So if 2 lines have one common point, they are called intersecting lines. Now some of the examples of intersecting lines are, if you have the notebook, then adjacent edges of the notebooks, they will cross over at this common point. Now if you see the letter X in the alphabet, English alphabet, then they meet at this point, correct? Or they cross each other at this point. Also the crossroads that you see, they have a common point, or they meet at this point, they intersect at this point. So these are all the examples of intersecting lines. after intersecting lines, what we come across is parallel lines. Okay. Next subtopic is parallel lines. Now suppose I take this scale or ruler. Now you look at this point. Okay. Now you look at this line. If you look at this line and this line below, now these two lines, how much ever you extend, they will not meet at any point, or they will not cross each other at any point. Okay, then such lines are called parallel lines. What are parallel lines? Okay, if you have lines which will, if you extend how much ever you want or indefinitely, they will not cross each other at any point. So such lines are called parallel lines. Okay. Now if you see the scale, the opposite edges of the scale, they do not intersect or they do not meet at any point. Okay, how much ever you extend. So such lines are called parallel lines. So what are parallel lines? Lines which do not meet at any point are called parallel lines. So they are like opposite of intersecting lines. Intersecting lines will meet at some point and parallel lines will not meet at any common point. Okay, so these are parallel lines and intersecting lines. Now, how do we denote lines which are parallel? Suppose you have two lines, okay, line AB, okay, AB, this is how you denote the line AB, and this is line CD. Now, if you want to denote, or if you want to say that lines AB and CD are parallel, then they are written in this form. Okay, they are written like this. You write first AB, then you put two lines like this, vertical and CD. Okay, and it is read as AB or line AB parallel to line CD. This is read as line AB parallel to line CD. So this is how you write. If the lines given are say L1 and L2, okay, suppose it is given as L1 and L2, then we say L1 is parallel to L2. So this is how we denote if the lines are denoted by these small letters. After lines, the next subtopic is ray. What is a ray? Okay, ray is nothing but it is a portion of a line. Suppose you have a line segment, okay, say you have a line segment AB. Now if you extend this line segment, suppose only in this direction, but you don't extend in this direction, only in one direction, then what you get here is a ray. Okay, you must have come across many rays. If you look at this, a beam of light from a lighthouse, it starts from some point, correct? It will start from this point and it will extend in all the directions. So it has a starting point, but it does not have an end point. Similarly, from a torch, okay, it will be a ray, correct? So it will start from one point and extend. Similarly, sun rays, you know why it is called sun rays? Because it will start from the point in the sun and it will extend in all the different directions and it has no end point. Okay, so what is a ray? A ray is a portion of a line. It starts at one point called starting point or initial point and extends endlessly in the other direction. So it starts from one point and extends endlessly in the other direction. So how is a ray denoted? A ray is denoted by AB, and since it has one endpoint like this and the other side is arrow. So this is the notation for a ray. So how many endpoints does a ray have? A ray has only one endpoint. So if you take line segment has two endpoints. A line has no endpoint, okay, because it extends in both the directions, and a ray has only one end point. So these are the different types of lines, rays and line segments. And in line, there are two types of lines, intersecting lines and parallel lines. Now intersecting lines are lines which meet at a common point. Okay, and parallel lines will not meet at any point. So now let us see some examples based on the different types of geometric shapes or ideas that we just saw. Now use the figure given below and name. First you are asked to name 2 points. Now if you see, there are many points here, O, B, E, D, C, correct? So you can name any 2 points. So it can be E, you can name it or take E and D, or you can take B and O, any point you can take. Next you are asked to name a line. Again you have different lines here. Suppose I take DB, okay, then I can take line DB. Line DB, it's denoted by arrows, means this is a line. Or I can take line EB also, correct? What will be line EB? EB will be this line. So it can be EB, then, or I can take DE as my line, or also OB. So you can take so many lines here. I can take, can I take OC? I cannot take OC, correct? Because this has one endpoint, doesn't extend like this. So I cannot take OC, nor I can take this line. So this is not a line, this is a ray, correct? Because it extends only in one direction. So OC is your ray. Apart from that, I can take OB, I can take DB, all these are lines. Now name one ray. I can take OB, or OD also can be taken as a ray. So any one you can take. What is which line segment? Line segment DE, DB, OD, OB. Only thing you have to denote it on top like this, okay, without any arrow. So these are the different types of lines that we have seen.